Hi guys, it's Jennibellie. This is a two-part video. We're going to have some artwork at the end, but first up, just some general updates, some information. That I finally have my shop back up and running, yay! And I know it's been down for many months, probably better half of a year it's been closed, and I know for all of those months I've had many of you telling me off and asking when it's going to be up and running again. But I basically made the decision, because I, like everybody, have a limited amount of time to be creative. I made the decision to focus on videos and focus on my blog and things like that, and just finding my own way being creative rather than making things to sell. It didn't kind of fire me up the same way that teaching and everything else does. So I made the decision, you know, to make videos and things. If I make something for the shop, only one person's going to get pleasure out of that one thing I can make. If I make something, record it on camera, it takes me a lot longer than what making one thing does, but it then gets to a whole load of people, gives a whole load of people pleasure. So that is why I made the decision to close the shop up, but it is up and running again. There are journals in there, and I can't promise that I'll be making stuff for it every single day, but I will try and always have something stocked in there. So first off, I have a few journals, yes. Next, I have made some digital collage sheets that I have handmade, so I sat down and made them like I would a journal page, and they include page tabs and journaling sets. I made them for journalers and mixed media artists, and I kind of made them with us in mind, not just, you know, doing a bit of digital stuff on Photoshop to make a collage sheet up. I sat down and actually made it and thought about what we would want. And then I've done some zines, and I'm asked about the zines every other day, but I have made some more, but they are digital. And they are digital because I didn't like how much they were costing the customer to produce physically, and I didn't like how much time and energy and effort they were taking from me to make them. So I've made them digital, so you don't get all of the extra little bits in that I put in the actual physical copies, but to try and make up, I've like added little extras into the digital version, you know, download links and things like that. So you still get a little bit of something, plus it's a whole lot cheaper for you guys, so you get the product, but if you want to print it out, it's up to you. Some original artworks in there, like ATCs and things. What else about ephemera packs? I've been asked a lot about kits and things, so I'll put some more kits together. That's it, I think, for that. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you some footage. It's all real-time footage of just me making journal pages and answering a question, because I wanted to include something other than just talking in the video. But it is, I'm going to turn up the volume on the voiceover that I've done for it, because it was 5 o'clock in the morning when I did the voiceover. So I was a little bit dopey and whispering and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think that's everything. I have more videos coming. I have art journaling videos, I have supply making videos, and yeah, it's just, yeah, so yeah. See you later.
Right, before I go, I just want to address a couple of questions that I've had recently about why I personally art journal. And I guess I've always suppose that if you've come to my channel, then you already know the reasons for art journaling, but this isn't always the case, and sometimes I get questions about, I think a lady called Christelle recently said that she understands the canvas on the wall, but not the point of doing art in a book. And my answer, I guess, to that is that art that is on a wall, I guess the end game of that art is to be a piece of artwork that is on the wall, so something that is purchased, or something that is nice to look at, or something that matches with the decor, or something like that. For me personally, the end game of my art journal is, I guess, ultimately self-expression. I say that like it's a bit of a cliche, but I guess that is what it is. The end game is actually the process in the journal. And for me, art journaling is something that comes naturally. And by that I don't mean that I think that you have to be born with it. Talent, as I've said many times before, is something that I think is nurtured and is taught and learnt. It isn't something that you're necessarily just given. And I'm not saying either that I think that means that I'm a great artist. I could be the worst artist in the world, but if it's something that comes naturally, then nobody can argue that you are an artist. Society can say whatever they like, but if it's something that comes from within, then I think you are an artist. Any artistic or any creative or any kind of expression that comes from within yourself. So yeah, for me it is a way, always been a way of escapism. When I first started art journaling, it was when I was at a pretty rough time, and rather than going out and drinking or staying in and getting immersed in novels, I went into a world of art journaling. And journaling as well in written form has been something that's always been natural to me. Now both of these things, both writing a journal and also doing art, was something that I kind of repelled at certain times in my life, and it wasn't something that was nurtured, and now it is. And now I use art journaling as a way to develop as an artist, get better as an artist. It's a way to develop myself and to get better as a person. It's a way to understand my feelings. Sometimes I go down to the page and all I want to do is write out my feelings. Other times I get to the page and I'm too angry to even think of some words. Or it's also happened where I've been too confused to be able to think of any words. So I use art and I use visual elements as a way to kind of express myself, or as in a way to just expel those feelings, or evolve with those feelings, or work with those feelings that are occurring to me at that moment. Whereas art on a wall, I'm not saying that the artist necessarily didn't have some development as they went through their journey creating that piece, but it is also, I think when you create something on canvas, you will ultimately have an end game of the canvas as a whole in mind. An art journal does not need to have an end game at all. It can be whatever you need it to be in that one moment, and so that is why I personally art journal. There are probably a few more reasons and things that I'm not thinking of right now, but it is ultimately just something that is, as soon as I did it, it was understood that it was a part of me. Whereas other crafts I dipped my toes in, and in the future I will probably be a part of all of those crafts, like jewellery making, crochet, sewing, playing with clay. I love to create things with clay and all of this kind of stuff. I love all of these other mediums, but I'm focused on art journaling because art journaling is the thing that seems to fuse with my soul. I guess it's the thing that feels right from the first page I did to the last page I did, even when I'm frustrated with them, even when they are challenging me. They are still something that is a part of who I am. Those, I guess, are my reasons for art journaling. If you want to tell me your reasons for art journaling, I would love to hear them in the comments below. And I will see you all next time. Much love to everyone.
See you later. That's everything. Birdies, birdies, birdies. That's not part of it. Is my hair getting long? Look at that. Okay, I'm going now. Crazy girl leaving the building.